All right, it was 9 o'clock on SmackDown, and I'll tell you who these people are. They are the people that are signing a contract for the main event at the premium live event at the uneventful event that they're going to be having over in Saudi Arabia event land. Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul with his mini stooges signing the contract for their title match with Nick Aldis, the orchestrator and perpetrator of the brand there, the general manager. And this was, to me, this was the highlight of the show. This was the only thing that got me fired up to, well, not fired up, nothing could fire me up anymore. Goddamn put napalm on my balls, it probably wouldn't fire me up anymore. But pique some curiosity, tickle a bit of my taint in this show they got coming up. Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul, that's going to be good. And this was a heck of a promo and performance from both guys, where Cody started out there at the table and everything. And he mentions back 32 years ago to the day Jacksonville was War Games 92. The Dangerous Alliance and the Stinger Squadron. He didn't even have to say it was Dusty's match. They all knew. And he got the fans into it. And he said, you know why they're into it? You know why they're here? Because like them, I'm a fan of pro wrestling too. And Logan Paul, you're not a fan, you're a tourist. And that's, I'm stealing that or appropriating or researching it. From now on, instead of cosplayers, I think we ought to call them tourists. Brian, what do you think?
That's pretty good.
Because it's a great comparison. And Cody cuts the promo and vows to win the U.S. title and be the Grand Slam champion. And when Logan Paul tried to fire back, the fans are all over him. And, you know, he's trying to heal them, but they won't let him speak and blah, blah, blah. And he's got the Stooges with him. One of them is wearing a suit, so, you know, it has to be an attorney. But it looks like he's getting ready to sign a contract, and then he tears it up. And the fans have been chanting, you can't read, you can't read.
And he says, I can read.
Yeah, he argued with him about it.
Yeah, he's really good about not doing too much to play off the fans, but making sure that he has the control. Logan Paul is as perfect as someone who came into wrestling could ever be at doing this. He's so good at this.
Of not only physically, but a personality, more than that, because it's almost easier to find somebody who can do the job physically than the personality. Well, it is easier. I mean, he's high natural level at both, but yeah.
He's a natural and he's natural at doing it.
Where is he from, Logan Paul?
Oh, hold on, let me check. He seems like a Orlando kind of guy. Hold me see. 1 second.
Because I'm telling, as a natural heat-getting heel, if he'd been born in Knoxville, Tennessee, he'd be Buddy Landell.
He was born in Westlake, Ohio.
Well, there you go. He's a Midwestern Buddy Landell. He's just the fucking guy with the mouth on him. Anyway, so Logan Paul said, no, this contract, I'm tearing this thing up. It does not reflect my agreement to wrestle Cody for the WWE title, not to put my US title at stake. And remember, we were just talking about that, the way, and they led us to believe that so that he could get heat by pulling the swerve, but that way they didn't have to figure out how to not have Cody end up with everything like we were talking about on the Drive-Thru, I guess, right?
They had to find some kind of way to explain their way out of it because it didn't make any sense to do it.
And well, so now they're putting the heel heat on, but that was kind of, I don't know why they really had to tease that to begin with, except, well, to do this. So nevertheless. And Aldis gets pissed off. That's not what we agreed to. And Logan Paul's lawyer, the lawyer that Logan built, argued with Aldis, saying, are you threatening my client? And then Cody said, here, I'll relieve you, Nick. You go ahead. And Nick leaves the ring. Cody says, don't worry, I got this. And then Logan Paul cuts a promo on him further, but finally Cody fucking fires back up with what, you human hat rack. You know, in 8 days, a WWE Hall of Famer is going to knock your brother out, and at the King of the Ring, a future Hall of Famer is going to beat you. And then they do the obligatory Cody ducks the swing, clotheslines Logan Paul out to the floor, and power bombs a stooge through the table. But this was the midway point and the high point of the show, and then everything else kind of was filler around it. This is what, you know, most people were wondering what was going to take place in.
I thought everyone involved did a great job. I know some people were like down on the lawyer that he looked too cheap. I thought he was just fine. I've seen some cheap ass lawyers, I'll tell you. And Logan Paul nails everything. In a way, he feels more natural talking than Cody does, but it works. It works them interplaying off each other really well. Nick Aldis, as always, was great here. I don't know why he left the ring. He's in charge. Why the hell did he go?
Well, probably so that he wouldn't have to be there in the middle of all the violence. See, plausible deniability. I wasn't even there.
I am looking forward to the match, and if they had Logan Paul featured on this show for a segment every single week, I would watch it. He's so good.
Here's a guy that needs the fucking talk show. Can we get the Logan Paul effect instead of the Grayson Waller effect? Because the effect of that is for me not to watch it.
Great segment.